Your coat, glove. The wind has kind of like picked up and it's colder. That wasn't so bad. Let's go take a look. Let's go take a look at this thing, this marvel they call Wi-Fi. Ah, praise the Wi-Fi. Praise the Wi-Fi. That looks like an alien. Now I know who Bill talks with. Bring us to your leader. So far it looks good. Let's go this way. Yes, ET phone home. And for sure, the duck feeder has amazing coverage. Doesn't have to go very far. So this is one of the areas that we've had a hard time. Like if I go get low over here, especially behind this can. Now we still might. I mean, this is really probably hard because still I'm not on line of sight. And so if that worked, that's good. That's a good sign. So far so good, then that's good. So we can probably go, let's see if we can go on top of this pile of, so I didn't dare go over here last time. We're gonna try. Let's go, let's take the concrete mountain. Climb the mountain. I wonder if we could get behind the pile. I mean, definitely we can get on the pile. That's easy. That's easy. Wow. Good views here. Oh, if I had the telephoto, we could say hello to all those birds. That'd be fun. Ah, so pretty. Yeah, we need a cam right here. Oh, look, you can see some deer. Not that this zoom's I'm gonna zoom, or try to. It's really stiff. But the deer, like right there on the road. This might be a pretty good place for like another OV camp. On top. Yeah. There we go, sorry. Pulled my phone to see signal. Yeah, I should probably get I mean, I'm sure we're really good. I mean, in all honesty, I'm sure we're like amazing. I bet I could go further. I could go a lot further out that way. Don't fall. I don't want to fall down this. I would probably need at least 2 bandages. How are we? Are we doing good out in this field? Oh, I'm sure we're doing good. Now right here, the concrete blocks the signal. Like I can't, the concrete is in the way. Was that fine? Was some buffering? Okay, that was because we lost line of sight to the access point. And we're probably gonna lose, I mean, I think we've got some line of sight here to the access point. Oh, you didn't buffer. Okay. It was when I said that we were at the concrete pile, and the concrete was line of sight issues. Ooh, now this looks like fox to me. See, this looks like a foxhole. See how much bigger that is? And prints, what are the prints like? But, yeah, that looks like a foxhole. That could be one of the holes. Okay, that's good. That's a good discovery. I don't know how fresh the prints are. They could be pretty fresh, so it might not be. It's probably somewhere. At one point, the fox used that. Whoa! There's a hole. I don't think there's a fox. It's just a hole. All right. Okay. We're making it. Oh, this is nice. This feels good to be able to go out here. Then we could run some sheep out here. And we could say hi to them with the camera every day, like we say hi to Willis. Might be nice. So this is, I'm sure, totally fine. We've never had issues right here on this side. We're gonna see if we can get on the other, if we can get down by the river. And with that height, I think we can even kind of come down here in this area and we're fine. Because we still have a good line of sight to the access point. That's a good question. Egg count is closed though. If we find any, then it's still closed. I think I've been breathing in some of this dust. It's in my throat. And of course I'm sure we're still just great. Will do. Let's do a super test. Maybe go. Still good. We're far. The access point's way over there. We've never been this far, never trusted it. This is the test. I could get over there, but this is really hard to take off. So this was the field the cows moved to. So when they were over there, they moved the cows over to here, and this is where they'd come and get their water. They'd drink down here on the river. And then that's a road that follows the river on down. Such a pretty day today. Look at those skies. This is so pretty. We get to sit here. This is a good place to just chill, have a picnic. Listen to the dogs bark. Okay, should we do it? Should we venture down to the river? The sunrise looks amazing. All right, so I'm sure this is like okay, like no big deal. But as soon as we dip down inside, see, we still got line of sight. We still got line of sight, but let's see as soon as we dip down. So still line of sight, still line of sight. It's getting close. We're on the edge. No line of sight. We're out of line of sight now. Are we still connected? This is like the absolute worst. And we're gone. Oh, but it's fine now. It left. So now we're down at the river. I mean, I'll show you where we came from. So we walked down there and then here. And the pond is up on that bank. So we're down below the access point. So this is good to know. Let's see if we'll just keep walking along the river. I think the deer like to come and sleep around here. Now we can go down to the river. This is going to be a challenge. This lower bit, probably really challenging. It says solid. Okay. So now I'm in the river. I'm going to take the camera down low or next to the river. This is probably going to kill us. So now I'm like 6 inches above the river. If it did that, if it worked 6 inches above the river, wow. Solid in the river, sweet. I think one of the things is getting the height. That really helps, just being up higher is real helpful. We're buffered on your side. Ah, that's a good point. That's a good point. It very well could be bouncing off that. But, I mean, dirt is not a very good RF reflector. It's a good RF absorber. If it was a big sheet of metal or a building or something, I could see that, but dirt, maybe not. But we're getting now closer and closer to the access point. So line of sight isn't going to be as important. Let's see, well, I can see you can see the OV cam. I mean, it's about right there. So that's the OV cam. Oh, and I've got line of sight to the access point. Let's see if I can point it out to you from here. So this is good because we can see the access point. Lining it up. I'm trying to, where is it? Okay. I think right about there, is that the access point? That might be the access point. I think that's the access point. So that's good because that's like line of sight. I mean, yeah, we're going through some, just trying to zoom back out. This is probably, like, that's a lot better location because there'd be no way we'd have line of sight before. But we have line of sight right here, which is great. Now when these trees have leaves and such, we may lose. It might not work. I grew up next to a river. It was a blast as a kid. I mean, you can think of all the adventures you have. I mean, the imagination just goes wild and it's just so full of wonder. I mean, everything is just You can make your own little fort and shelter, camp. Woo! For a kid, we can climb. Well, don't climb on that. It'll break. That tree is dangerous. Someone left a plastic bottle. That probably just floated down the river. Because sometimes the river has been up to where we're walking right now. Ah, take a look. Take a look, there's our sign. Let's go this way. We still connected? I think so. I think so. So there's our no shooting sign. We weren't able to get down here before. Let's get down on the water. Let's go down into the river. So we're in the river right now. This is where the wild ducks come. Right there, that's where they eat. That's the bank. We toss river food down. I'm pushing all the air up out of the, there's a whole bunch of air bubbles in the, it's quicksand. Sweet. Well, we can come down here. Now we can just set that up. Let's see, I mean the access point, do I have line of sight? Maybe. I can't pick it out, but I mean it's closer. Pretty good. This is where they come up. Hi ducks. Nice. It's exciting. Hi, hello chicken. Yeah, I hear Bill. There's our camera. There's the pond camera. Hello, pond, or not pond camera, the river camera. All our Wi-Fi troubles are over. This is great. Going up. Should we go see if where that beaver was there's that beaver. Oh, prickly plants. Great. That's what I want. Let's get up higher on the bank. Plus that bank could fall in with my weight. Out for those. They're prickly. Okay, and see we're back where the coop is. That's great. We've been like way over there and way over there. It's about, I mean, the height is about twice as high. Hi, duck. Look at that duck take off. Dive back down to the river. That was cool. So what I'm curious is going this way. Yeah, that was thistles, was the prickly stuff. So I'm sure it still works fine at the water and whatnot. I want to go down to this bank here and see how it does. Go to the green thing. Okay. Now I can hop in the car and drive away and go down there. That green, we'd be able to get the green thing for sure. Now past that, I don't know. So the other day we were down here looking, inspecting the beavers' work. Looks like he gave up. He hasn't finished his work. So we've got. So yeah, this is easy. I mean, I can see the access point. I mean, again, it's line of sight. We have line of sight, so that's a good location. Getting it up like that is really helpful. So maybe we could go higher if needed. One thing that I'm curious that I'd like to do is just drive and I'll go to the gate and that's where I'll shut it off. Well, we may pick up the barn Wi-Fi, but I'll just drive straight onto the gate and we'll see where we drop off. Because that'll give us an idea of where our range is down that way. What would be interesting, we went to the water. Another interesting thing would be there's the well. And we went to the well and we kind of had hit and miss service. So let's drop off the wood. We'll take the trailer, put it over there. All right, just a sec, got a message. Looks like we need another apple. Hopefully Filmer Tim's got it. I'm gonna take my boots off. Throw this trash in the car. And this is a great little good access point. And we're running on the 5 gigahertz. That just has always been a little bit more like reliable for streaming. But it has 5 gigahertz and 2 gigahertz. 2 antennas. The radio does what's called beamforming. That's where it'll change the phase a little bit on the signal to kind of boost like where it needs the signal. It'll try to focus it on the client. Now I didn't try behind the coop, but I'm pretty sure it works because we were down at the river, and that's from here where we were down at the river. You don't have perfect line of sight. You have to go through the coop. So I think we're good. I think we're close enough. Yeah, don't fall. Well, that's great. That is a good location. Solves a lot. Got some more geese. Not as stormy. I'm sure they're enjoying this day. Over that other day, whoa, yuck. It's real pretty today. All right, we're coming up on our final test. Hi, sheep. Now we're broadcasting from the metal box called the Durango. Oh, and the Durango needs some repairs like the power steering. So it's kind of like I'm at that point where do I fix things on the Durango or do I just do a different car? It's always hard. I don't like being, it's the worst. Okay, let's back up. Burp, 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 burp. Let's get close. This trailer's light enough that you don't have to really do much of anything. I mean, you don't have to. I can just wheel it into place. This car, I think it's a 1999, so it's like 21 years. $22 would be the right number. Somewhere around there. Maybe I should get one that's just 10 years newer. That sounds good. Probably about the right. And this bump here, that's the Jeep that did that. The Jeep slipped out of gear and just rolled back into the Durango. It's kind of hard when you create, it's kind of crazy when you create your own accidents. All right, so what my plan is I'm just going to drive on to the gate and shut it down. So we'll just kind of get an idea of where it drops off. Yeah, it's got 220,000 miles on it. I think I could get 300. The engine's solid. The transmission's given me a little bit of grief. The engine leaks a little, but those are things that could be fixed. The leak, that's not too big a deal. Probably should fix it anyways. The power steering needs to be replaced. That's what's grinding right now. That's like, that's the hydraulics. The transmission worries me the most because that can be pretty costly. So that could take it to where it's not worth it. I think the engine could easily go to 300,000. It's the transmission, yeah, and it's the transmission that's, like, for instance, it doesn't, like, it'll just sit in one gear, like low gear. I'm like driving 50 miles an hour and it's sitting up there at 4,000 RPMs and I have to like kind of switch it out, let off the gas, switch it out of gear, put it back in, and then it'll kick in and it'll shift into the right gear. So it's having a real hard time shifting. But it moves. So if I can deal with that, then no. All right, I'm just gonna drive faster. So we're up onto the green thing. This is usually where we drop off. Oh, there's a pheasant. Hi, pheasant. still good. Hi, pheasant. We're still good. Are we still? Why are we?